All right, so now there's a feature I want us to add, and that is the ability to hide links based on whether, excuse me, the user is logged in or not. So for example, if the user is logged in, then I don't want to show them this register and login button. I only want to show the dashboard. Whereas when they are logged out, then I don't want to show them this dashboard button. I just want to show them the register and login. So we're going to have a logic to capture that. I'm just going to minimize this guy, and then I'll come here inside of my, okay, so let me come to, yeah, so inside of my source folder and components, let me just close up some of these things. Yeah, so inside of source and components, yeah, I'm going to create another folder. I'll call that folder protect. It can be anything, but I just chose protect this time. And then inside of the protect, I'll create a file that I'll call hidden links. Hidden, D-E-N, okay, hidden links.js. And you see, I didn't even, you can actually just create it with a small letter, because strictly it's not strictly, it's just a wrapping component I'll put inside it. So hidden links is fine, or maybe I should just make it capital letter so I don't, so hidden links.js. Aha, so this is it right here. Now I'm going to come down here, and I would, okay, first off, let me bring in use selector, because I'm going to need that. So use selector, and that's going to come from React Redux. And then I'm also going to bring in the, okay, all right, somehow I can't find that. Anyway, let me just create the components that I want first. So I'm going to create an arrow function, and that arrow function, I'll call this one show on login. So show on login, like so. And then I'll just export it, because I'm going to need it elsewhere. So export, yeah, okay. So now maybe this time I can bring in my use selector. So I'll say use selector, and I'll just import it, and for some reason it's not even coming in. Anyway, let me just import it manually. So here I'll say import, I think it's use selector, and it's coming from React Redux. Okay, so that's it. Then I'm also going to bring in select is logged in. So remember, we have a state in our Redux auth slice that is logged in. So I'll select that state. So I'll say select is logged in. Yeah, so bring that in. Aha, so great. So let me just cut that out. Now inside of this show on login, I'm going to write a logic here that will display the links only when I'm logged in. So how am I going to do that? Well, first off, I'm going to create the is logged in state. So I'll say const is logged in, and that's going to be equal to use selector, and then inside here I'll just select is logged in. Now I will now have an if statement here. I'll say if the user is logged in, then I want to return something. So here, what do I want to return? I'll just return the children. In other words, anything you wrap this component around, I'll return it. So here I'll say, open my guy here, and I'll say children. What that means is that you also have to slot in the children prop here. So paste that in, children, and that's correct. Now else, in other words, if the user is not logged in, then there needs to be a return statement here. So return, sorry about that. Okay, else I will just return nothing. So return null. Okay, so now this function will serve for showing the menu items only when the user is logged in. So but we're also going to do one for when the user is not logged in, not also when the user is logged out. So here I'll just duplicate this guy, sorry, duplicate it downwards, and then I'm just going to change some things here. So here I'll say export const. This one is going to be show on logout. So log out. Aha. So here I will say that if the user is not logged in, then show the children, else return null. So that's it. Very simple logic here. The next thing we got to do is we got to use it in the home page. So I'll save this guy first, and then I'll just come to the home page, Control P, and then I'll search for home. Aha. So first off, I'll bring in I'll look for the links that concern what I want to do. So the links like, where's the, okay, it's in the nav section up. Aha. So this is the register and this is the login link. So let's start from the register. I'm going to come around this unordered list, and for the register link, I only want to show users that are logged out. So I'll say show on logout, and then I'll just tap that. Now let's wrap it, Ctrl X, and wrap it around the link. Paste that, and then let's import it as well. So aha, so I'll import it from hidden links. Then for this login also, I only want to show users that are logged out. So I think I can do the same here. So show on logout. Okay, tap that, and then I'll just bring it, I'll just bring it around the list item. Then for the dashboard, I only want to show users that are logged in. So here I'll just say show on login. Yeah, and then let me just tap that, and I need to auto import it as well. Import that, and let's just wrap it around as well. So just bring it around the list item. Yeah, so technically this is all we need to do to selectively show these menu items to logged in users. So I'll just go ahead and save, and so it's compiling. It's taking a while to compile. Okay, so it has finished compiling. So this is going to refresh, and if we just wait a second. Okay, so for some reason nothing is displaying on my app, and I already know what the problem is, but let me just show you so that you too you can also learn about debugging and stuff. So I'll just right click and inspect the page, and in the console we should see, I need to be in the console. So in the console we should see this error here. It says objects are not valid as a React child, and then it just tells us where it's found. So the problem here is that if you go to our function where we did the hidden links, you see that we just returned these curly braces. All right, so this is where the problem is, and it was just an oversight, by the way. So what you need to do is React is seeing this as an object. So what you need to do is you need to wrap this around, even if it's a fragment. So just a simple fragment, and that will solve your problem, or that will solve our problem. So give space here, and then just grab this React children and slot it in like so. Control X, and then just put it inside here. That's all the solution we need. Then of course we need to do the same thing here. So let me just grab all of these guys, these fragments, copy that, and then I'll slot that here as well. Aha, then I'll save. And now when it compiles again, we should be able to display our application here. Aha, so you see we've displayed the application, and because we are currently logged out, you see here that we don't see the dashboard. So now, but if I go ahead and log in, and then I'm not sure, let me just change this back to, I think it's user 123 that I used last, and log in. Aha, so you see I'm successfully logged in right now. Now if I go back to the home page, then you will see here that I'm only seeing the dashboard because now I am logged in. Now in the next video, we're going to do something about checking whether a user is logged in on individual pages, so getting the logged in status. So, but thank you so much for watching this one. Let's get to the next one then.